One of the hardest choices junior devs make is the choice between love and money. Or to put it another way, basically the choice is, should I pursue my dreams and the career that I want, or should I be pragmatic and make choices that are going to just get me a job, just going to kind of move along my career in a normal path? Today, I just want to give you 4 questions that will help you kind of think through this process for yourself and determine whether you're in a place where you can or should pursue your dreams, the things that you want to do, or maybe you are in a place where you need to be a little bit more pragmatic. Because at the end of the day, there is no one size fits all solution. And I think these 4 questions will really help you figure that out for yourself in your current circumstances. Hey, Junior Devs, Dev Mentor Dave here, helping you bridge the gap from learning to code to launching a successful career. And of course, having that successful career may depend on whether you're pursuing your dreams or whether you're pursuing a pragmatic approach. Before we jump into this, I just want to ask, why do we have to choose? Why do we have to choose between love and money? Why do we have to choose between the thing that we desire and being pragmatic? Well, unfortunately, there's not always a job available that lets us do both. It lets us be pragmatic and lets us pursue the things that we want to pursue. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. Sometimes it's just a matter of whether or not we have the skills yet to be able to pursue the thing that we want to pursue. If I want to pursue a dream of being a professional golfer, I would actually have to go out and play golf once in a while. So it may just be that you don't have the skills for the dream job that you want, and maybe the pragmatic route is the way that you need to go for now. Sometimes it just doesn't work out because the dream that you want isn't going to pay the bills. There just isn't the pay scale in that industry or in that type of work that you want to do. And so sometimes we have to choose money over love. But today I'm going to give you 4 questions that will help you actually make that evaluation so you know if you have to choose between love and money, or if you can maybe do both. So the first time that I got laid off as a developer, I was kind of between a rock and a hard place, kind of where many of you are today. I had certain goals and dreams and things that I wanted to do as a developer, but then I also was looking at this reality where, I don't know if I can actually pursue those dreams yet. And so I had to ask myself some of these hard questions. And as I was looking for a job, I was able to get a very short-term contractor role, and I was doing interviews and things like that. And I actually had 2 companies that seemed like they were going to give me an offer. One company was for a job as an employee, and it was for a telecom type company, and they were kind of building a brand new product, and it sounded really interesting. The other company was kind of a big marketing firm. And I would be a contractor there, so I wouldn't be a full-time employee. And as I was comparing these 2 jobs, I really wanted to work for this telecom company because there were a lot of things that looked really promising, and it was going to be in the right pay range. And it really felt like I hit it off with the interviewers. And the other company was another good option. I was going to be able to learn lots of new skills and things like that. But, it was a big agency. I wasn't sure if I was really ready for that. And so I was really hoping that I could get on with this smaller company. Well, after a couple days, I actually got a job offer from the bigger company to be a contractor, and I didn't really answer right away. I didn't really say yes right away because I was really hoping that this other company would give me an offer. In fact, this other company said they wanted to hire me. They told me they wanted to hire me, but they were waiting for one person to give a sign off who wasn't able to be at the interview. They had to have this person sign off on them being able to offer me a job. Unfortunately, the other company told me, hey, we need an answer by the end of the day today. This is a couple days down the road. We need an answer. And if we don't have an answer, we're going to rescind the offer. And so I actually had to make a choice. Am I willing to wait for this other company that I really want to work for? Or do I take this job that's pretty much guaranteed, even though it's not everything that I hoped for? So the first question you need to ask yourself is, what is the time frame for my next developer job? What do I mean by that? Well, there's a couple of ways that this question comes into play. First of all, do you need a job at all right now? Are you just out there trying to get a development job, but you already have a job, or maybe you don't need a job right now? Maybe you're currently a stay-at-home mom and you don't need the extra income to get that job so there's no pressure on you to get a job. Or maybe you're a student and you're living at home and maybe working a part-time job or something like that where you don't have a lot of bills and you're able to just kind of continue learning and growing on the side and you don't have to have a dev job. But maybe if you're somebody that has a family and the current job that you have, you've either lost it or you don't have a good paying job and you really need a, a job that's going to give you better pay, or maybe you've already had a job as a developer and you've lost that job and now you need that level of pay in order to get a new job. So all of these things are kind of answer that question as to what is the time frame for that next developer job. And if that time frame is really short, then you're probably going to have to go more of a pragmatic approach and try to just get what you can get so that you have a job. But if you have a very flexible time frame, then you can take a little time and really pursue something that you want to pursue. You can go after love rather than money. The next part of that question, though, is you may need a job, but the question is, does that job actually have to be a dev job? Because remember, I said, what's the time frame for your next development job? Sometimes you can get by as a family working a different job so that you can spend time pursuing the goals that you want to pursue, pursuing that dream job that you really want. And if you have the opportunity to do that and you're still able to get the income that you need, that might be the better approach, that because you'll appreciate that more, you'll enjoy it more. But if you're in a place where it has to be a development job, just from a pay scale standpoint, or for some other reason, maybe you don't have other skills to fall back on, then you need to probably go the pragmatic route and get a job, get the first job that you can that's going to pay enough to be able to support you and your family. So that question that we need to answer is, what is the time frame for my next development job? Hey, if you're finding this information helpful so far, can you click the like button? It just lets YouTube know that people are finding this interesting and helpful, and it helps push it out to more people in the future. Also, if you're not currently subscribed, you want to see more content like this, click the subscribe button and the bell icon to be notified the next time we upload a video or a video series. So with that last story, as you probably figured out, I ended up taking the pragmatic route. I ended up not waiting for this company to give me an offer. I took the job because I needed it for my family. But there's another piece of that puzzle that's really important. See, I didn't just choose it because it was the only offer that I had at the time. I chose it because it was a good offer, because it was going to give me the opportunity to learn some new skills that I really wanted to learn and that I could have learned at that other company. But this was going to kind of force me to learn it faster than maybe I would have been forced to in the other company. And that was some JavaScript front-end frameworks that I wanted to learn. And that's exactly what this role was for. It was bringing me in as a contractor to learn it very quickly and to then start implementing that into the job. See, I knew that if I took this job, that learning those things would actually help my career down the road. It would actually make me a better developer. It would actually help me achieve the goals that I was pursuing, help me get to my dreams, help me to reach my dreams. So that's question number 2. Will being pragmatic right now help me reach my dreams? Now, sometimes being pragmatic won't help you reach your dreams. It's just getting you a job so that you can have that income, and it really isn't giving you anything new to pursue something that you want to pursue down the road. But sometimes it does give you those opportunities, and there's a few ways that being pragmatic could actually help you pursue your dreams in the future. One way is by simply giving you a chance to take a deep breath and reevaluate your goals, reevaluate the choices that you have made so far in your career, whether that's the things that you've learned or the companies that you've worked for or any other number of choices. But being pragmatic lets you get a job and kind of take a deep breath and get settled and reevaluate your current career path. In fact, taking the time to reevaluate may help you come up with better dreams or different dreams or something else to pursue, something else to have a passion in. So going a pragmatic route could actually help you in your pursuit of your dreams. Maybe like me, you get the opportunity going a pragmatic route to maybe feel like you're taking a step back, because I felt like I was taking a step back becoming a contractor rather than an employee. But even though I was taking a step back from an employment standpoint, I was given the opportunity to learn new skills. And now I use some of those skills still today in the jobs that I'm doing now, both for myself as well as for the company that I work for. So being pragmatic may actually help you pursue your dreams by helping you build the skills that you need in order to pursue your dreams. Sometimes being pragmatic gives us the opportunity to focus on things outside of development. For example, you might have been working really hard to learn and grow your career, but maybe you've got family relationships, a significant other, or children, or other family relationships or friend relationships that have kind of fallen by the wayside or that have been hurt because you've spent a lot of time in this process. So sometimes taking a pragmatic approach kind of gives you an opportunity to hit the pause button, maybe a little bit on learning, or hit the pause button on just pursuing your dreams full throttle so that you can re-engage with other people in your life. And honestly, we need to do that as developers. We need to not be so driven that we lose all of our friends and our family along the way. And honestly, what is pursuing your dreams and reaching your dreams if there's nobody there to share it with? So being pragmatic can actually help you not just pursue your dreams in the future, but it could actually help you enjoy your dreams in the future with people that you love. Whenever I'm looking for a job, I always contact recruiters. And it's not just because that's a very common way to get a job in this industry. It is. In fact, it's the way that I would typically recommend. Yes, you can fill out forms and you can interview with companies directly and things like that. Absolutely. There's lots of ways to get a job. But my favorite way is interacting with recruiters, because recruiters have their finger on the pulse of the job market, and they can let me know, what are companies actually looking for? What is it that we're seeing, the skills that we're seeing that people want right now? What's popular right now? And that's kind of the third question that we need to ask ourselves when we're trying to choose between love and money. That question is, what jobs are available right now? So we're asking, are companies actually hiring for the thing that I want to do? I can pursue my dream if there are companies actually hiring somebody that is doing the thing that I want to do. If there are no companies hiring for that, then it's going to be really hard for me to pursue my dream. I'm going to probably have to go more of a pragmatic approach on this one. Another part of this question is, are companies hiring that will give me the opportunity to learn and grow? So if you're wanting to pursue a specific dream, but you still maybe need to grow some of those skills, are there companies that are hiring junior devs or mid-level devs who are giving them the opportunity to learn on the job and grow in their skill set and be trained, who are providing mentoring to be able to help you do exactly that? If you're not seeing that, then you probably are going to have to go more of a pragmatic approach and take a job in something that you know so that you can get that job. Another part of this question is, are companies hiring for something that I don't know that I should spend my time learning? Again, this is probably the most pragmatic version of this question, but sometimes if you talk to those recruiters and you find out, hey, everybody's hiring for React right now, and you don't know React, then maybe you should spend some time learning React if you really want to get a job. Again, there may not be people hiring for Angular if that's what you want to do, or Vue, which is my preference, but there may not be people hiring for Vue if that's what you want to do. You may have to take some time and actually learn a new skill in order to get a job. So that may be more of the pragmatic approach. So it just depends on what companies are actually hiring for. And we need to ask that question not just of ourselves, but ask it of recruiters, look on the job boards, talk to other developers, and see what's popular, what companies are looking for when they're hiring junior and mid-level and senior level developers. So there's one more question we have to consider when we're answering the question, should I pursue love or should I pursue money? See, when I landed my first developer job, I was really relieved. I had been a freelancer for 3 years, and the work dried up there, and I didn't know whether I could do the job for an actual company. I didn't know what my skill set, how that translated compared to other people in the job, in the industry. And so I was really nervous getting a new job, and basically took the first job that gave me an offer. It went very much the pragmatic route on that one. And so I was able to get that job. And when I got in that job, I was just so relieved that I had finally made it. I'd finally gotten a job. And I spent the next 3 years really just kind of doing the same thing over and over and over again. I really didn't create any new goals. I didn't create any new desire, anything new to pursue. And so the last question you need to ask yourself is, what are your goals for your career? See, if you don't even have any goals, if you don't have any dreams, then you're always going to choose pragmatic because it's just going to be a pragmatic choice. If you don't have something that you're aspiring to, that you're dreaming of, then you're never going to do it for love. It'll just be for money. As developers, we need to have lots of different goals. We need to have long-term goals. Those are the dream goals, whether that's a certain role in a company, whether that's working for a certain company, whether that's doing a specific type of job, whatever that long-term dream goal is, you need to have dream goals. But you also need to plan out how you're going to get to those goals. You need to have short-term goals. So you've got the dream goals and you've got the pragmatic goals, the things that you know that you can achieve along the way, those milestones. And if you can set up long-term goals and short-term goals, then you can actually make your whole career a perfect amalgamation of pursuing love and money. So hopefully these 4 questions will help you in your circumstances, in your situation, be able to really narrow down what is the best thing for you, for your career, for your family, for your future as you seek to be a developer. Unfortunately, the reality is that we often find ourselves in a tough situation when it comes to looking for a job because we've been let go. We've been laid off. And usually that's not because of anything that we've done. It's just a reality of the industry. So if you've been laid off recently, or maybe fear that you might be laid off recently, check out this playlist right here. It's a 9-part series talking all about layoffs, what they are, why they happen, and how it affects different people in the process, and how you can be prepared to protect yourself and be prepared to move forward well if it happens to you. Again, I hope this has been a help to you today. Thanks for spending time with me, and I'll see you on the next video.